Hey, you want to hear something scary? Yeah, that's right. I had that a wee bit, hence why this video is so late, but I've brought it back to life, and it's a zombie. That's why it's a Halloween video, because it's a zombie video. Look, ooh, it's a ghost. No, it's something scary. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Ha. I do it.
Oh hell! Hi, it's you, Mr. What was your name? What was it? Oh yeah, the awesome GM.
Here you go.
Hello, I'm the Awesome GN. Still, I doubt that's gonna be changing anytime soon. And that's all I could make of this video before January ended.
Yeah, hi, I'm me, and not from like 30 billion years ago like in that Pikmin video. Today is February something. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am just not able to make this video. Not because I physically can, I mean look at me. I can do that, I can do anything. I still want to make this video anyway, because I still played a good couple games, and I still want to talk about them. But the talking will be far, far briefer. I very much had ample time to do it, but I instead invested that time not only into, you know, revising for January modules. Yeah, scary, I don't like exams in January, very bad. But also the Pikmin video, that was the big main thing I worked on during my winter break. And I'm glad I did, I am very glad I've got it finally done, but it did mean that this video now has to suffer greatly. So, without any further tripe, this video will detail every single game that I played last year for the first time, or a significant amount of, or just something like that, you know? It's not all stuff just from 2024, but there are some 2024 titles. Be kind, my opinions are right, now go see it. There's like a sentence each, I really cut things down.
Okay, here we go, 30 seconds each. And I'm definitely not making it 30 seconds each because, you know, YouTube's whole chapter system works on 30 seconds each. No, this is because it's a perfect number. I may love Nintendo, but whenever they make a mistake, I will call them out on it. And this game is a mistake. Look, I very much like Luigi's Mansion 2. In fact, I could even say I enjoy it. However, this remake is just disgusting and I will not stand for it. You put this game above the price of the Metroid Prime Remaster, which that was my least favorite game last year, might I add. I'm saying this game is worse than that. Both games stayed true to the originals to a fault, but at least that game had nice graphics. This game does not have nice graphics. It has updated visuals, sure, but they forgot to do the lighting, and it just looks terrible. I may have enjoyed my time with this game way more than the next title, however, I still just think that this is disgusting. My kind of truly least favorite game of this year was the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake. I'm sorry, I just really didn't enjoy it. I didn't find the puzzles that fun, I thought the game looked rather boring, I just thought the game didn't control well, I didn't like it, plus the AI is absolutely atrocious and the bosses just piss me off. I hate the stupid Bob-omb one with the stupid conveyors, that one really annoyed me, and so did the one with the barrels that would just randomly go in different directions without any sort of previous warning. I just despised it. Maybe I'm putting this game a bit too low because it functions well, but at the same time, no, piss off, I hated you. I hated every second of you. I did not complete Half-Life 2 VR this year. In fact, out of all the games I talk about here, this is the only one that I did not actually complete, and there's a reason for that. As technically impressive as it is to see Half-Life 2 fully done in VR, and as amazed as I am at the team for doing it, the whole time I just kept thinking to myself, wow, this bit's fun. I wish I was playing this in regular fucking mode. Yeah, sorry to piss on your cereal guys who made this, but it just isn't as fun as sitting on my arse and playing the game normally. Entropy Zero is the unfortunate puberty you have to go through to get to Entropy Zero 2. It is not a fun mod of Half-Life 2. I did not enjoy it that much. The very start of the game goes quite well, you know, you really do feel like a Metro Cop, which is your baddies of Half-Life 2, and then you get to the stupid underground bit and it just becomes Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and you don't want that. You want this to feel like opposing force, not just some shit Half-Life part. And that's the best way I can put it. Or just think of like your least favorite bits of Half-Life, you know, think of Zen, think of On Rail, think of whatever the weakest part of Half-Life 2 is, just stitch that all together, that's this game, that's what this feels like. Also, the final boss guy just was sucky and bad and not at all fun.
Hello?
Before that Balatro game came in and ruined my plans, Animal Well seemed to be the big indie title. I don't care for it. I played through it all, you know, I got all the eggs and it was boring. I find the game boring. It was a Metroidvania, without any combat, without any fun platforming skills. Also, the graphics just kind of irked my eyes, like, a lot. And the issue with having a game like this, where everything's a mystery, and there's no real characters, no real dialogue, is that it leaves the game forgettable. Go ask anyone who's praising this game what they think of it now, they will say, who? Web fishing is a game on the web where you fish. It's just that. It is just an internet chat room, but you've also got a task to go along with it. This task being fishing. It's simple, it's just the Animal Crossing fishing, but it's fun enough, you know? It kept me awake when I was getting used to university, sapping me of all of my energy. That really is all I can say about it, other than I talked to some weird, very weird, interesting, but still mostly weird people on here. They were quite weird. If you're someone into psychology and studying weird people, this is the game you go to. As someone who grew up in the ukulele, I am a big fan of the funny haha look, it's the British humour where things are weird, but we treat it as normal, isn't that silly? So this game, thank goodness you're here, was right up my alley. I mean, look at it, it's just Jesus Christ, look at it. While I thought that this game was absolutely really enjoyable, it's not exactly a game, is it? It's an interactable cartoon, and that's kind of sucky because this game costs so much money. At least with Untitled Goose Game, I can say, well, there's fucking gameplay there. Here, there is no gameplay. Go watch like Jacksepticeye play it or something, and you'll basically get all the fucking same out of it, except now it's even better. He's got some shouty Irishman like me. I think Nintendo is really rude, because I was like, oh, this is the last year before the Switch 2. I'm gonna go play a bunch of small little indie games and play a bunch of fan games. They're like, no, here's 3 big titles, all of which you want. This is the first one. It was the most disappointing. I really enjoyed 2D Zelda. This Echoes of Wisdom guy is a 2D Zelda, but the big issue with him is that you can't play as Link. I really like the puzzles, I really like spawning things in, but actually doing any fighting was always such a chore. But then you got the sword mode. Sword mode's great because now you get to play it like Link, but then at the very, very end, they take it away from you. So the first chunk of the game sucks because before you have the sword mode, and even when you get it, it has a very, 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 very widdly, short, tiny little bar that is expended so fast, and the very end of the game is ruined because you have to play as Zelda completely again. Give me a game where you can use the wand abilities to make those interesting puzzles, but you still have normal, actually fun combat, and bam, you literally have the perfect 2D Zelda. But you don't get that for a lot of this, so it kind of stinks. Also, the game kind of chugs at points. It's the same issue that the previous Zelda one made by these guys had. I wouldn't say I have a fear of the ocean, but I certainly don't like it. I mean, look at it. What could be down there? Scary things? Probably. Subnautica decides to take that and force you to face your fears. I don't like it. This game is more effective than corking up your butthole when it comes to keeping poop in there. Very scary, but not scary. It's just kind of tense. The reason why it's tense is because if you die, you have to go back and you have to go all the way through these different fucking channels to get the rare resources you need. Yeah, look, it's a survival game. It's the same thing as always. You go to the super rare place to go get the raretanium so you can use it to upgrade your thing slightly. The game can get tedious and it's still as buggy and as glitchy and as ugly as it was when it first came out. But you know what? There's just something about it that still makes it gripping. Chances are it's probably the stellar soundtrack, but still. It's actually kind of impressive how this game can manage to be so immersive when you've got fish just clipping in through the walls. I have a lot of things to say about this game. In fact, so many things that I've already made a video on it, somewhat. But that video wasn't the best, and neither is this one because I still won't go into it too much. Main thing is, I think my expectations were set rather high because this is finally the first home console game. Disappointingly, the game did a lot of stuff that you wouldn't really expect on a home console title. The boss number was laughable, the enemy variety even more so, the location variety was a bit boring and really dropped off by the end. Additionally, you have just 2 little bros attacks, and the soundtrack was kind of disappointing. You can certainly understand why they got pulled build up for the music not sounding Mario-y enough. While still a pretty good game fitting nicely into the middle portion of the Mario & Luigi series, I definitely expected better, and so did a lot of people. I mean, the best game of the series was the third. Second best was the first. Come on, guys. But this new team really does get what they're doing, and I think if we just give them a couple more games, you know, one or two, they'll really hit their stride again. I actually recommend picking this game up the most out of any others in this video, not because it's the best, but because I want the series to come back. Please give it better sales, I beg of you. Hi, yeah, welcome to Halfway Through the Ranking. This is halfway through, isn't that great? I'm going very fast, and that Mario & Luigi Brothership, I could have went on far longer. I was condensing myself down quite a bit. I could make another 20-minute long video, just watch me. Anyway, yeah, there's some other games played this year that I'd already played before. The only one of note I'm gonna bring up here is Hollow Knight, because hey, look, it's Hollow Knight, isn't that cool? Still haven't beaten Pantheon 5 though. Can't do it. I just can't. I can't do it. Maybe for the review, but not right now. Alright, you got yourself a new drink, you got more popcorn, just go, okay, we're gonna put on, it's going back now. Look, beep, beep. Oh no, look, it's a new part of the video. It's the next thing in the ranking. It's number 9. Wait, before I say anything here, we're in the top 10s now, so things are getting a wee bit more time for me to discuss why they're good, because I don't want to be a hatey guy all the time, you know, life's not all about hatred. It mostly is, but it isn't all about it. I have been on a major Half-Life kick the past couple of years, and that's come to a head now with me going into dirty fan territory. We already talked about Entropy Zero before, now we're talking about Black Mesa, the fan-made remake Half-Life 1. This remake is a really mixed bag. In fact, I actually replayed it because I was so unsure of what my thoughts on it are. And my thoughts are still roughly the same, I just think that they're more clear. Now, Black Mesa is at its weakest in Black Mesa. What? Yeah, like, I get it looks like an actual facility now, and that's really impressive, but the big issue with this game is that you should not play it at all if you've never played the series. You should play the original. Why should you play the original? Because then Half-Life 2 becomes way more magical, it's way more of a big jump. If you play this and then Half-Life 2, it's kind of disappointing. Plus, you lose out on a lot of joy from this game by not seeing what Half-Life 1 was like. You get to see all these disparate rooms and weird little places turned into real functioning locations. That's awesome. But I'm gonna change my tune whenever I'm talking about Zen. Zen is magical. Zen is fucking stellar. When not burdened by the design choices of the original Half-Life, when they get to be completely original, I think that these guys are doing their best, and it is just so good. It brings it up to near the top of the list. It's definitely not perfect, but dear God, it is up there with some of the best that Valve has done. Seriously, this is just peak. It makes me so sad seeing that this talented group of developers are now wasting their time making a multiplayer game. Just make a fucking single-player one. God's sake, Valve, call them. Get them to make you another expansion. Jesus Christ. These people are the best ones to go for because they just know the level design. They just get it. They just get the world feel. They just get all of it. But they didn't get it as good as the Entropy Zero guys did. Yeah, that's right, Entropy Zero 2 is here, and it is absolutely magical. It is as good as Opposing Force. There, I said it. Actually, I'll go a little farther. It's better. It's got a better story, it's got more fun gameplay, Jesus Christ, it's just so good, and it's got your final turret guy, and it's the best execution of the gnome thing I've ever seen. Except for maybe one other game. Oh yeah, by the way, Black Mesa's pizza carrying thing really sucked. It's terrible. It's just really fun, it's really inventive, it is really magical. Like, this is on par with Opposing Force. As I said, this is just that good. It hits that level, and this was made by some schmucks. For the love of God, play this. Even if you skip over the original Entropy Zero, that's fine. You don't really need to play it. Just play this. So good. Last year, Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 did not release. I needed some Deltarune or Undertale or anything within that margin to just fill me up, you know, to keep me going. That's what Undertale Yellow did. Undertale Yellow, from a musical perspective, is perfect. It's flawless. I mean, for God's sakes, when I watched that trailer for this finally fully released game, and I heard the theme of that one guy, like, it instantly sent me back. I remembered the theme. That's just how good the music is here. The rest of the game also follows suit. I think the writing is really good. I think the combat and gameplay is really good. Sure, the genocide route still sucks, but so did Undertale. So, you know, you don't have to fix everything. The game makes some changes to Undertale's timeline, which some were opposed against. I was very much fine with that because it made the narrative better. And that's the thing. This game doesn't try to do the same thing with Undertale. It's like, oh, look, meta-narrative. This game just does narrative, and it does narrative really well. It's funny. I love all the characters. I love the music. I love the sprite work. I love the gameplay. Jesus Christ, this is really good, and it's all free. You can go fucking play this right now, and I expected you. Okay, everything within, like, the top 9 is something you should own and you should play if you can. I have wanted a VR headset for years. There's also this one place you used to go to which would give you 15 minutes on the VR, and Jesus Christ was it magical. So when I finally got one in my hands, I was excited, and I decided to buy a couple of VR games. But I needed a game that would get me introduced into the world of VR. But not like one of those lame games you're gonna play this year, like Job Simulator. No, I needed something a bit more extreme. And that's what Budget Cuts was. It's a stealth game, it's really tense, you use a portal gun to teleport around. Very good. This game, Budget Cuts Ultimate to be precise, is a combination of the first two. Great stuff, except for the fact that there's this one point where I got soft locked because I ate all the tacos. I was very bad, I got soft clogged. Still had a lot of fun though, you know, it was a good time, you know, throwing the knives and shooting the bow, and it's just a really, really enjoyable game. If you have a VR headset of any sort, definitely pick this up, it's a good little time. Maybe not for a full price, but still do grab this game. It's also really, really funny, which is always a thing I like. That's right, baby. I get to talk about Pizza Tower again with the Pizza Tower noise update. It adds a whole new playable character, which you wouldn't think is that much, but keep in mind how many animations Peppino had. They'd do that all again for this schmuck. And oh, wow. Ooh, it was really good. I had a fun time. When it comes to the music, I wasn't too personally a fan because it relied a bit too heavily on all the different new speaking bits, but for the most part, the gameplay is what I focus on, and Jesus Christ, the gameplay is really good. This guy is way slippier and just way weirder to control, but when you get the hang of it, dear God, you get the hang of it. You can achieve some insane speeds. A stellar free update. Go grab it if you already own Pizza Tower, which you should, because that was my favorite game last year, you dick.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
If you told me that of the 3 big magical Nintendo games announced that my favorite would be the Mario Party, I probably would have went, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Mario Party Jamboree, well, Super Mario Party Jamboree, is so good. I have only played 2 rounds of this game. I won the first one, but I lost the second one. And I still had a fucking brilliant time. My favorite in the series is still very much DS, followed by 6. But the reason why I like those 2 is because they're bullshit. And this game is bullshit. The companion system thing is really well worked out. I love it. It's evil. So much of this game is evil. They even brought back star hexes. Those are the most evil thing you can have. I love Mario Party. I always have, and this one's a really good one. I just wish I could play it a bit more because it's just like, it's so good. Please, please play it. I beg of you. It's also really fun drunk, but don't play the stupid train map. That one sucks.
Let's do it.
Anton Blast is a game that I Kickstarter backed. Look at me. Hoodle-hoo, hiddle-hee. Yeah, ain't I so cool? I knew this game would be something great, and God was it. I feared when I played the demo that I didn't like this game. But then I played Pizza Tower, and Pizza Tower I also didn't like until I really started to gel with the controls. Same thing happened here. Wasn't big on it at the start, but then I started playing, and oh, wowee, I really enjoyed it. The game is really funny, the animations are really good, the level design, just everything is super enjoyable, and then there's a couple of issues, like the last level has this one bit where you get the Paul guy, and it fucking sucks, but everyone makes mistakes sometimes, and this game very, very rarely makes mistakes. Also, the soundtrack is just so good. The pinball level stinks, and bosses aren't too great. Play the game, go play it right now. It's Jesus Christ, go play it. Look at him, he's on sale. Probably won't be when I'm done this video, but he was on sale. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what bit to do here. Pretend I thought of something really funny. I love Paper Mario. And see, it's funny because Paper Mario is the name of the first game. I'm not talking about the series. No, I actually hate quite a bit of the series. Nintendo has finally done the wise thing and re-released Thousand Year Door, except they didn't re-release it. They actually remade it. And it's such a good remake. Oh my fucking god. Graphically, it's absolutely beautiful. Not just in terms of graphics, but also they've added in way more animations and characters can turn around now. Yeah, characters didn't have backs in the original game. That's how dire it was. They've added in so much new music as well. Like, each character has their own theme, and all the battle areas, you know, the battle theme, it changes the battle. Oh, I can't put into words how good this is. The whole thing was magical. I never really vibed with the Thousand Year Door. I thought it was pretty damn good, you know, put it above like Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King, but I thought it was the worst of the 3, and I still sort of believe that. I mean, Jesus Christ, Super Paper Mario was not that enjoyable to play, but this remake, it is on par with 64 in my eyes. In fact, I think it's just my nostalgia bias giving 64 that edge, because this game is just peak. It's just all such a stellar time. Pick it up. It is worth the full asking price. And to think, I was a little disappointed that all it added was 2 new bosses and also kind of, you know, fixed the god-awful backtracking. I was so disappointed that it was just that. But looking back on it now, comparing it to the fucking Luigi's Mansion 2 remake, yeah, no, this is really good. I will have one complaint though. I don't like some of the song variants, because before, Thousand Year Door was a very like background music-y kind of game, you know, had a lot of really good music that would just vibe with you. But now all the themes are in your face and like, whoa, look at all the instruments, look at me. And I do like that. I do like it a lot of the time. It makes for a better listening experience externally. But for in the background, yeah, maybe not so much. As I've stated previously in this video, I've been on a major Half-Life kick. And for me to truly do that properly, for me to play every single title, I needed to play what has taken our #1 spot. Now, this game has taken the spot not just because I love Half-Life. but because it is genuinely one of the best designed games I have ever played. The issue with Half-Life 1 and 2, going back to them now, is that they are old. They're old enough games. That shouldn't make it too terrible, you know, you can still stomach it just fine, but at the end of the day, every single developer there at Valve has learned a thing or two since then, and getting to see all of that applied was pretty magical. But it's not just that. Having now played a handful of VR games, Valve just made sure to do everything so logically. Picking things up sucks, so let's give you this fun way of picking things up. Two-handed weapons suck, well then here, let's just give you one-handed weapons. Everything about the game feels so finely tuned. They did not go for complete realism, either in the graphics or in terms of how the mechanics work, and it really did pay off. They chose something more fun in its place, and that is just the best way to describe this game. It is fun. Going through these locales is fun, exploring is fun, going through drawers and picking up resin, choosing what thing to upgrade your weapon with, it's all just really, really fun. And then of course, because it's a Half-Life game, it's got super enjoyable characters and story and atmosphere at the wazoo, and the music is also just, I can't really glaze this game anymore, man. And if I did, then I'd just be spoiling segments I like. I mean, the background footage is already bad enough. This game also holds the best version of the gnome thing. See, this game, right, gives you two hands. One is going to be for your gun and all your tripe like that, and the other one you can do whatever you want with. Sometimes you can use it to make your gun even that bit better, or to pick things up, hold a grenade, all that kind of stuff. But you can choose to hold a gnome, and I like that. I like the gnome thing in this game. It's just not too bad. It is a very tall ask. You need to have a strong enough VR headset and a strong enough computer. Two things that aren't exactly easy to come by money-wise, but if you ever find yourself in the position where you can, I couldn't recommend it more. Half-Life Alyx is incredible, and I still think it's one of the best games I've ever played a whole year later. Yeah, you heard me right, 1 year later. Look, man, I just got really burnt out. I went straight from the Pikmin video where I was working late nights every single day to trying to crush out this thing in January, and I just was not feeling it, so I just stopped. I kept coming back to this thing because I wanted to get it done eventually, but it's hard to get that motivation to complete a video like this when you know it's just gonna do poorly. Of course, I'm not exactly in it for the views and all that kind of stuff. If I was, then I wouldn't be making these kinds of videos or taking as long as I am. I'm finally done telling you what games I played in 2024. Now I can never do this type of video again. Yeah, doing this just really takes the fun out of playing video games, because now I know that every time I play a game, that's another bunch of editing I'm having to do in the future. That's another chunk of storage I have to make sure I have on my computer so I can record all the footage that I'll need for said editing. So for this year, 2025, I didn't do that. It's just allowed me to play more games and have more fun. Will I still make something at the very end of the year? Who knows? Maybe I'll have things I want to talk about for certain games. Maybe I won't. I just like making big videos on single games. I want to do another thing like the Pikmin video. Anyways, that's about as much as I can rattle on about this, so thanks for watching. You make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or welcome back to it. Subscribe if you've watched more than one of these things or thoroughly enjoyed this guy. I plan to make more ones with this level of editing, so please consider it. Okay, yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.